Hey everyone, welcome to another Open Cluster Management Community Meetings. Today is 2023, September 15th. Today on the agenda, I think QJ is gonna go over our release 0.12.0 release plan. QJ, if you have any topics, please feel free to take it away. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, let me check how to, okay, let me share my screen first. So I think we are almost finished. We have finished many things in the since 0.11, which ends at June the 1st. So I'm thinking that we should starting to tag the new release maybe before the KubeCon. This is a dashboard of the 0.12 that we are trying to track all the tasks in the 0.12. So as you can see that we have like several things that has been done, including the add-on template features. We have some refactors on the code to including the contextual logging and consolidate the code. Also there are some things about rollout API enhancement, and some bug fixes. So there's also someone that is not being there's still something that is being in progress. Some is really related to the doc, for example, for the singleton mode, like we running the work and React registration agent as a single containers in singleton mode. The dev work is done, but only we are still missing some document in the website, and there are some bug fixes we are trying to do recently. And also this one about the cluster set removal, cluster set upgrade. So I think we also finished this one. And although there are some kind of different document issues, I think we should be able to try to do it in these 2 weeks. So yeah, I think that's a current progress for the 0.12. I'm hoping that we can tag the release in the OCM repo at maybe next week or the week after next week. So let me know if there are any comments and if there are any thing that you still think it is possible to put into the 0.12, or we should move that out.
Yep, I got it. I'm gonna reach out to the policy team as well to see if there's anything that should be included here.
Yes, thank you. So, and another thing that we are trying, we are recently sent the messages in the Slack channel. One is about the removal of the cluster set v1 beta 1 API. This relates to this epic, and this is currently done by Haoqing. So we are going to remove the v1 beta 1 APIs, a cluster set v1 beta 1 APIs, and only the v1 beta 2 API will be used. So this is planned in this release. And I think we have sent notifications on the Slack channel, and please check if you are still using the v1 beta 1 API of cluster set, and try to upgrade that to the v1 beta 2 when you use newer version, when you use OCM 0.12. The v1 beta 1 has been, we have the v1 beta 1 and v1 beta 2, so for like 3 or 2 releases. So I think it's a good time to starting to remove that. And we have marked the v1 beta 1 as deprecated, I think, starting from 0.10. And another thing that I want to mention is about another, actually it's also from Haoqing. So it's about some add-on framework upgrade issue. Haoqing, do you think you can also talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we have sent a notification to the Slack channel. I'm not sure, could you help me to open that?
Yeah, let me open that. This one, right?
Yeah, yes. So this notification about add-on framework change. As you know, in last release, we have introduced a new standalone component called add-on manager controller. This component is responsible to maintain the add-on agent's lifecycle. So in the future, we plan to use this component to maintain the install upgrades for the add-on agents, and this function will be removed from the add-on framework. So we are planning to do this removal. So before that, we want to minimize the impact on your existing add-on. So we have a few questions for the investigation. The 3 questions are listed here. If you have your add-on, you may want to help us answer this question to better help us make a migration plan. The 3 questions, and first is the add-on framework version you are using. And the second is about how you create your managed cluster add-on. Because today we may have different ways. Some add-on are let user to create this MC, and also some add-on are create this MC by the framework with install strategy function, and also some add-on may have their own controller to do the creation. And we need this info. And the third is about the configuration. Since if we remove some controller in the add-on framework, it will have an impact on the configuration. So we want to know if today your add-on are using the add-on deployment config or some other config. That's our 3 question we want you help us. And when we have this, we will make a transaction plan and we will share it in the community meeting. Yeah, this is the first step. I think that's all for this part.
Yeah, I think what we are trying to do is to minimize the breaking changes between the different version of the add-on framework. So we want to ensure that if someone is still using the older version of add-on framework to develop the add-on, we will not with a newer version of OCM, there won't be any impact. But we need to set up a transition plan, like they might need some kind of upgrade of the library or to ensure that at some point, at some time window, so to ensure that the newer the older version of the add-on framework library is working. So yeah, I think that's all.
Any questions regarding the add-ons? So Tujang, and Hao Kun, just a quick question. In the post, it's not really clear. If we won't do anything and we're using an older version of the add-on, is it guaranteed to break, or what's the impact of not moving up the let's say we're using add-on version 0.5, and then we stay on that add-on API version. So what happens if is it not compatible with the later version of the OCM or the latest version of OCM?
So the current implementation in the add-on is there are some, so we currently have a generic add-on manager, and that add-on manager is able to help to create the managed cluster add-on resources and to help you to upgrade the managed cluster add-on when the configuration is changed. But because before 0.11 there is no add-on manager, so all these things is done by the add-on framework itself, which means that if you develop an add-on manager is yourself, those controllers is embedded, like how do you install the MCA and how do you upgrade the configuration is embedded in the add-on framework. So the problem that we made today is that those same controller resides in the add-on framework and also in the add-on manager. So there will be just the same controller running at the same time. So to resolve that problem, so today, when you want the add-on frame, when you try to let the add-on to use the add-on manager, you have to annotate the cluster management add-on resource with an annotation saying that I want my add-on to be managed by the add-on manager. Otherwise, by default, it will just be the same as before. Like there will be all the management of the upgrade and installation is embedded in the add-on framework itself, is done by the add-on itself. So we are thinking to whether it is okay to change the default behavior, like change the default behavior from managed by the add-on itself to managed by manager. But that will probably break the things that you break the add-ons that use in the older version of the add-on framework. So it is possible that we could have another option, like we just maintain the behavior and ask the other add-on to upgrade the framework in a certain version, and then after that we starting to change the default behavior. But that will also mean means that if we change any upgrade and install behaviors in the add-on manager, we need to copy the same code to the add-on framework. So that is a little bit it is erroneous, I think. So that's a reason, and that's the reason why we put these questions, and we want to first understand the current situations, and then to decide which strategy is the best way. Haoqing, do I miss anything that you want to mention also?
For the add-ons, for today's add-ons, if you are using the older versions framework, it's fine. There is no impact because we still, by default, the add-on is managed by the add-on self. So even you are using the previous version, it still works.
Yeah, so I think our plan is that in someday we want to remove those duplicated code in add-on framework and just having the add-on manager maintain that. But at that time point, there might be some breaking, and we want to ensure that we don't break. So that's all, I think.
Got it. Thank you for the explanation. That's all the question I have. Okay, are there any other questions or comments? If not, thank you everyone for attending today, and have a good night and have a good day. Take care.
Thanks, you too.